All right. So we've got one here, one here. They should stand up. And one here. And there's your three options for the Legion Go's currently. Again, the S is the same kind of, it's the exact same footprint. It's just really the operating software and the color that's on there. But in terms of size, like they're pretty similar. If you look at these two, right? Like it's maybe like slightly thinner on this side. If you look versus the base Go, the thickness is pretty comparable, but obviously the biggest difference between these two is going to be the detachable controllers as the main thing. And then anything else that matters to you there, but that's kind of your side-by-side. Best way I can kind of describe it here for you. Again, the same thing with the Steam version. If you prefer that, it just comes in that nebula color instead. I do have a skin on this one, by the way, too, but there's your stats side-by-side comparison of the two. Also, the form factor is a little bit different. You can see the curve on the Go S is one of the big differences, and also some of the ventilation, that sort of thing. But people really like the feel of this one, and I agree. Like I like the base Go quite a bit. I have pretty big hands, which if you have big hands, the base Go will feel better for you because of the way the controllers are. People have said like if you have smaller hands, sometimes these corners are a little bit more comfortable for you, whereas you might like them if you have bigger hands. But the Go S has the kind of rounded corners here, so it's a lot more comfortable generally for most people to hold. That's also going to be something that's implemented with the Legion Go 2 though. That's why the controllers for Legion Go 2 are more rounded here instead of that kind of angle. And they should be swappable with the base Go. So if you have the base Go and you want to switch these controllers out and get the other controllers instead for Go 2, you can do that to get that more ergonomic style if you prefer. You need a SteamOS because your hands are small? Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, I think even if you have big hands, this thing feels really nice. It is definitely a little bit lighter too. That's worth mentioning. And I kind of like the all-in-one. I personally, for my use case, I almost always have the controllers connected. I'm not a huge fan of like the detached controller thing, but it really matters. It depends on how you use it, because some people will use it in very specific ways. This one in particular, Legion Go base, is very modded by the community. So there's a lot of like clamshell designs and special use cases where people want to detach the controllers to just get that base unit. Even like recreating a Nintendo DS, I've seen people do. Or like I used to put on a treadmill when I first got it and just have it detached like this kind of thing. So depends on your use case, but by and large, I tend to use it with everything connected. So that's worth considering if you're interested in any of these three, basically.